Greetings, South St. Andrew Massive. All protocols observed. Big up each and everyone on the platform. Special shout out to the chairman of the party and to the general secretary of the party who just gave an amazing speech at our conference. Big up Dr. Nathan. South St. Andrew has delivered 3 finance ministers to Jamaica. 3. The first of them was Noel Crabbe Nethersoul, very close friend and confidant of Norman Washington Mandel. He is the man who was the architect of the Central Bank of Jamaica, the Bank of Jamaica. After he passed on, he was replaced by Vernon Arnett, the man after whom Arnett Gardens is named. And he became the second finance minister from South St. Andrew. Then we have the great Trenchtown Rock, Tony Spalding, who was perhaps the most significant housing minister in the history of Jamaica. We have Bobby Jones, a true comrade, who when he was asked, he made way because DJ needed comrade Dr. Omar Davis to be the 3rd finance minister from South St. Andrew. South St. Andrew has served Jamaica well because we have put into Parliament people who can deliver what the country needs. And now history is calling for South St. Andrew to send the first Prime Minister from this constituency to Gordon House and Jamaica House. I'm on Mark Jefferson Golding, and the honor and the privilege to serve you in that capacity. Comrades, is gonna make me what I am in a politics. Gonna do it. Without you, I couldn't be here. From us, it's Omar really bringing and thing. He put me on the executive and show me love the music and the culture. I mean, say, I said, you really come from. I say, yeah, but I love serve. And when he ready to step down, the man them hard and pull me and say I have to step forward as the chairman. And I said, boy, think about it hard. And then decide something I'm doing. And I was truly blessed by the delegates, the great delegates of South St. Andrew, right in this room now. And a year later, when Sister P and Dr. Davies retired from public life, there was a by-election, and Angela Alberg and myself were both sent to Parliament, and I became the member of Parliament and your representative in the Garden House, 2017. Comrades, since then, history has just continued to build and unfold. And I find myself in 2020, after we were badly beaten in the general election. Again, them turned to me and said, you have to deal with the thing. Think about it long and hard, because that was never part of my plan for my life. I tell you the truth. But them say history would never forgive you if you never gave the people the chance to decide whether they want you or not. And I decided to deal with it. And I was duly blessed with the presidency of our great party. leader of the opposition. And now we are in the 5th and final year of this government. And the people of Jamaica are fed up and tired of what they see in their government and what they feel coming from their government. They are tired of the corruption, the nepotism, and the cronyism. They are tired of having made the sacrifices to solve the fiscal crisis that have been facing our country. From, first of all, Dr. Phillips and Sister P. Then after they won in 2016, it continued. And the people are not feeling the benefits of those sacrifices. The General Secretary and others tonight have pointed out the key issues really facing Jamaican people. I come to this position not because I want power. I see this position as a means to achieving better life and betterment for the people of Jamaica, especially those who need it most. I am tired. I am sickened by what you tell me when you or your relatives have to go down a public and you have to be in a wheelchair for days when you should be admitted to get health care, and when you need certain tests, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars you have to find to do it. And people suffer and die in the lack of dignity, the indignity of the way the public health system treats with them. I cry for the youth of Jamaica when I see the results from our education system. And I know what a brilliant people we are, and how talented we are. But I know the system is failing them, and it needs to be re-engineered, and it needs investment, starting with early childhood development, from the womb coming up, through primary school, into secondary school. The mission of the next People's National Party government is to turn Jamaica around through investing in our people, our human capital. We will always be a low growth, low wage, low tech economy unless we invest in our people and uplift our people so our people can deliver what is needed to have an economy that creates wealth for all. That is the mission of this generation. Jamaica must move out of where we are, an underperforming country in the economic world. Yes, our debt has come down and the IMF rate us for that. But that has nothing to do with the daily experience of life that the ordinary Jamaican person feels and where they see their life going. Why do so many of them have to run and leave the country or try to do so? Because what is happening here is not right. So we see the source of solutions, the source of hope, the source of potential achievement being setting the system right for our people. And I don't business if a PNP or a labourite. If you're a Jamaican, you are defending. And I say to every person was called themselves a JLP supporter in the past, may have put their ex beside the bed in the past. Think about the government where you have now. You deserve better than that. Teach them a lesson and then read and come again. Who them business they can talk about their next term will be for the people. The people don't say what they really deal with already and what they charge for already. And the people want to get them out. We want to focus on the real issues. We want to make sure the Jamaican feels that they can make their life here and their people and their grandpeople will be better off. We want to ensure that any child that wants to attend school, if she's the daughter of a Rasta and she has locks, the school can't tell her she can't come to school. Anything can bust up in the 21st century. And when the matter go to court, the anti-homeless government Whitney and her parents as hard as they could, tooth and nail, at the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal to try and stop her from going to school. And it's the Court of Appeal, under the former president of the Court of Appeal who just retired, who handed out judgment in her favor. But the system must never allow that to happen again. We have a situation in our country where our people feel excluded from the beauty of the land. This is such a stressful environment in which to live under this government. And if you want to go to a beach and cool out, you can't find a beach to go to. The best beaches in the country are not available to the Jamaican people. Now we love the tourism industry. We see the importance of it. I have good friends in the hotel sector. But we need to ensure that it works for the Jamaican people. That is what it is there for. And the enclave system is not sufficient. We need tourism that is integrated into the communities, where this little man, the everyday Jamaican person, can make a good money out of delivering services and goods, and indeed can have access to the beaches of this country so that they can chill out and feel a whole of the comments and whole of vibes and release some stress. So these are issues that we have to take up and tackle. The ganja industry. I feel passionate about the ganja industry. Why? Because I was the one who really pushed through the reforms that we passed in 2015 so nobody can go to jail for a slip or a chalice or a draw weed. Yeah, man. And if you have a criminal record for some past offense of personal use, you have the right to have that automatically removed from your record. And we do that. A People's National Party do that. A new industry in Jamaica in medicinal and therapeutic ganja, which is in demand around the world. But the man that inherited it in 2016, we just get going, we just started, and we never get to set it right. Not true, Tony. And the man that inherited the thing and mash up the thing. All now the regulatory body, the Cannabis Licensing Authority, things now run right in there. The staff and the management in affliction. And the people who have invested in the industry are very disappointed because the way that the thing has rolled out, it makes it almost impossible for them to survive in a business. That was never the intention. The intention was that the industry should be fully accessible to the small farmer, whether you be in Orange Hill or whether you be in St. Elizabeth or St. Anna, right there in South St. Andrew. You could have made a good money by growing some good quality ganja for medicinal and therapeutic purposes. That was where we were going. We have to set the thing, we have to fix that so that the industry can thrive. And you hear what the man said. He said, our spokesperson for agriculture, fisheries and rural development. Why take we put a man like him in a position like that? The man full of ideas, the man full of energy, the man full of commitment, and I know he will take agriculture, fisheries and rural development to a different level, a level that no man they always intended to have in the economy of this country. And that has never been achieved thus far. We intend to deal with that because our economy coming like a stool that don't have enough leg to stand on. We're too vulnerable, and some of them kind of wobbly because if something happens foreign and the world turn a certain way, everything locked down. So we need to food security, we need to deal with that thing. We have a man here tonight, I want to big him up to Anthony Hilton. That man was the man who had the vision of this country becoming a logistics hub in the global trading system, where ships coming through the Caribbean, because one of the major shipping lanes in the world for trade is through the Panama Canal, and the ships then pass Jamaica. And he said we can build out a logistics hub where they can come here with goods that need assembly, need value added, need ship services, etc. And we can have high value added jobs that our people can make some good money from. And he persuaded the cabinet to have a master plan, a business plan for the industry development. It was an expensive document because it was an important and complex matter. And it has been delivered, and the laborers have not rolled it out. The special economic zones that were supposed to integrate with that industry, we developed the legislation and passed it, but it has not the impact it should have had, because the piece of the logistics has not been fully developed the way it should. Comrades, we have a whole heap of work to do now. And in order to get to execute on these things and make Jamaica move, we're great in sports, we're great in music and culture. But when it comes to money and economics, it's like we're not really dealing with it in the right way. We have to change that so our people get a good chance in life and can step up right up and achieve their hopes and dreams here. And in order for that to happen, I am saying to each and every one of you, as comrades of the People's National Party, do your duty. Do your duty. What is your duty? Your duty is to ensure that that happens. And that means each and every one must ensure that we bring all voters to the polls to vote in the next election who we are confident will put their head beside the head. And South St. Andrew is blessed because Tony Spalding set the thing when he built Planet Gardens out of the heart of the ghetto and gave us decent housing in this constituency. And we are blessed because we are committed to the party that achieved that for I in Yasso. So we have to be prepared to go out a road where you have friends and relatives in other constituencies and help them to deliver the victory to. You have a duty. And on a simple thing I come our way with this election. They're not going to give it up easy. You hear Raymond say, the final kick of the mule. Well, whether the people are doing it, we are going through the same way. Because we have to deliver the victory for the Jamaican people. So comrades, this year we had a private session. We never bothered with the big public session. Why? Last year, we had a massive public session, and the year before. But you see, when Berry and we see the level of deprivation and hardship that many of our Jamaican people were going on, that I said to myself, yeah, we were blessed and we never got wickedly like them. But we tore the place. I went to start in St. Thomas, then we go Clarendon, then we pass through Manchester, southern Manchester, and go St. Elizabeth. And we see how the place and how the people are suffering. And they said, no, this year, we're just going to have our private session. And then afterwards, we'll have some speakers and we'll talk some truth to the people then and build the vibes. And that is what we have done. So comrades, it's an honor and a privilege to represent you. But I'm here for a purpose in life. And my purpose in life is to lead the BNP to victory and deliver a better life for the Jamaican people.